Have you ever wondered what would happen if the moon suddenly disappeared? A fascinating question, isn't it? The moon, our closest celestial neighbor, plays a significant role in our solar system. It's not merely a glowing orb that lights up our night sky. Its existence affects our Earth in ways that are often overlooked. One of the most critical roles the moon plays is through its gravitational pull on Earth. This gravitational interaction is what leads to the phenomenon we know as tides. The rise and fall of sea levels are significantly influenced by the moon's gravitational pull. Imagine for a moment the moon and its gravitational pull just disappeared. This brings us to a mind-boggling concept: the sudden disappearance of the moon. It seems like something straight out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? Yet it's an intriguing hypothetical scenario that begs for exploration. So, what would happen if this vital celestial body just vanished? Let's dive into this cosmic conundrum. Firstly, let's consider the tides. The moon's gravitational pull is responsible for the rise and fall of ocean tides. It tugs at every molecule of water, causing a bulge on the side of Earth closest to the moon. This bulge is what we perceive as high tide. When the moon is on the opposite side of the Earth, we experience low tide. But what if the moon disappeared? Without the moon, tides wouldn't cease entirely. The sun's gravity would still exert some pull. However, the sun is about 400 times farther away than the moon, which means its gravitational influence on our tides is less than half as strong. Consequently, the tides would become much less pronounced. Instead of two high and two low tides each day, we'd see only one of each. The tidal range, or difference between high and low tide, would significantly shrink. So, without the moon, we would see a significant decrease in tidal range. But the disappearance of the moon would have other consequences too. Without the moon's luminous presence, our night sky would become significantly darker. The moon, our celestial nightlight, illuminates the sky with reflected sunlight, making it possible for us to see even after the sun is set. Without it, only the distant stars would pierce the profound darkness. But the moon's absence would have more than just visual effects. It would also trigger severe climatic changes. You see, the moon's gravitational pull helps to stabilize the Earth's axial tilt. Without this stabilizing influence, the tilt could vary dramatically, leading to drastic shifts in our climate. Imagine our seasons, currently predictable and cyclic, becoming erratic and extreme. Winters could become harsher, summers more scorching, and transitional seasons like spring and autumn unpredictable. In essence, our nights would become darker, and our climate would become more extreme. The disappearance of the moon would also have a profound impact on Earth's inhabitants. Consider the creatures of the night, for instance. Many species of animals, from tiny insects to majestic sea turtles, rely on lunar cues for activities like breeding and migration. Without the moon's guiding light, these creatures may find themselves adrift in a world out of balance. On a larger scale, the absence of the moon could throw the entire ecosystem into chaos. Predators and prey, plants and pollinators, all finely tuned to the rhythms of the moon, could find their natural cycles disrupted, with unforeseen consequences rippling through the food chain. And let's not forget us humans. Our cultures, our calendars, our myths and stories are all intertwined with the moon. Without it, we would lose more than just a celestial body. We would lose a part of our shared human experience. The effects on Earth's inhabitants would be far-reaching and potentially devastating. In short, the moon's disappearance would throw our world into chaos. Imagine this: a world without tides, with drastically longer nights and more extreme climate shifts. Our planet's axis would wobble unpredictably, causing massive changes in our seasons. Some places might even experience perpetual winter or continuous summer. The loss of the moon would also affect the rhythm of life itself. Many animal species rely on the lunar cycle for reproduction and migration, and humans would not be exempt from this disruption. Our sleep patterns, mental health, and even culture would be significantly impacted. In essence, the moon is not just a beautiful celestial body that graces our night sky. It plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of life on Earth. It's a stabilizing force, a timekeeper, a guide for creatures of the night, and a beacon of inspiration for dreamers and explorers. So next time you look up at the moon, remember just how crucial it is to our existence here on Earth.